have some work to put in today. This past month in our house has consisted of new flooring, transitioning out of newbornhood, days of decluttering, and so many dishes. If you're not following along on TikTok and you're looking for that daily boost of motivation, check out the link in the description box to join my new Carissa Clean TikTok, where you will find satisfying weekly deep cleans, hacks, and a lot more. That brings us to this video, which is a big one. I finally get to show off these gorgeous new floors that you've seen hints of and clean up all of this chaos. We're going to start a little bit in reverse, and we're actually moving everything away from the walls to prep for the new flooring that's going in. And we took the trim off ourselves to save a little bit of money on some demo. When we moved into this house just over a year ago now, we started planning out what our long-term look would be. And it's always been the goal to change this 90s orange flooring and carpet combo into one cohesive, modern, brighter look. And because of the rooms having the different types of flooring and overall not the look that we were trying to achieve, we decided to go with the option of a new wider plank floor on top of the existing hardwoods. But first, all this trim had to come up. It is not flooring day, but the flooring project has officially begun. You can see we've taken everything away from the walls. The guys are taking the trim off now. We got a fridge out in the open. So Britt and I are gonna go out and get some food and hit the road and go shopping. Like I said, we went with a local group to install this flooring for us, but we tried to cut as many little labor costs as we could off. Like you saw, taking the trim off ourselves. We're also installing the new trim ourselves, but they were amazing. They came in, they moved everything as they went, and the problems that they had to solve, they solved them quickly and easily. One of the things being that all of our carpet was not the same level as the hardwood, so that's why you see the plywood going down in the living room, all the carpeted areas, to level that all out so that this can all flow seamlessly over top of what was already there. And in this den over here was our tricky area because of the transition was a slight lip, and they were able to shim it so that you could not even notice that there is a difference in the rooms. Because you can just score and snap this product, they were able to move really quickly and they finished in one day. We have a home full of kids and a dog, so we have been anxiously awaiting the day that we could get something durable beneath our feet. And let's talk about the details of why we chose this flooring. We went with Flooret's signature line in the color Naked. We had a lot of votes over on Instagram. It was so hard to narrow this down, but we wanted to pick a color that leaned towards the lighter side, but without showing all of our dog's fur. And without further ado, let's just take a second to appreciate this before and after. So Flooret floors have a 40 mil commercial grade wear layer and are 100% waterproof. Yes, we have put this to the test daily with a leaky dishwasher, in fact. While we decided to hire a local company to save us some time, this product is very DIY friendly and is delivered straight to your home. So you could do it yourself. We actually have just enough left over that we're going to be able to do the girls' bathroom upstairs ourselves. If you are interested in taking a look at Flooret, I highly recommend, and you can click the link in the description and use code Carissa33 to get 33% off all samples. Officially my first time ever filming the new floors. They got done yesterday. You will notice that none of the trim is on because that's something we're doing ourselves. So this is just the flooring being done. They did an amazing job of taping off everything so that it didn't get dust on it, but there were a couple furniture items that we left out that did get dusty. We need to put these baseboards back on, or the foot kicks back on here. But basically, I've got a lot of cleaning to do. They put a lot of the furniture back exactly where it was, but we had moved stuff just so that it was out of the way and easier for them. And then of course, we've got our normal everyday mess. So what you're seeing is a cleaning video after the fact that we've already done the reveal of the other rooms. But the first thing I need to do before I can get working would be dusting off the stuff that we left out, vacuum and mop the floors. They swept everything, but it just kind of feels like there's a low layer of dust over everything. And then we could start putting rooms back together. So we got a lot of rearranging and stuff to do. And that needs to start by having a clean floor to put things down on. just how different vacuuming feels. It's such a smoother transition because there are no transition pieces. There used to be bumps that I'd have to go over. It rolls smoother on this floor, and it just feels so much nicer when you're vacuuming. It's also so crazy to see that all be one flooring. Because that was carpet before, if you remember. Now it just looks like the room is so long. And this right here was my very least favorite spot in the house. There was this big section of little staining that we scrubbed when we got in here with the carpet cleaner, but it would not come up. And it was worn down, so any more scrubbing was just hurting it. This is the most beautiful spot in the room to me now because of its history there. I know you just saw a glimpse of it there in the before and afters, but if you haven't seen our entire new living room makeover reveal, I will link the video down for you below, and you can see the process of everything we did in the living room and how it started when we got here and what it has turned into. Here we are in the den playing a little bit of musical rugs. I only ever had this rug in here because there were two different types of flooring and I was trying to cover that up. Now we don't need such a large rug, so I'm gonna move this one up to our bedroom and then move another one in here. I'm always just moving furniture around in our house. I haven't shown off yet, we're working on it, but our old sofas that were in the living room and up in the loft in the playroom are now down in our basement living area. So we're trying to get that room together and figure out what we want to do there, hoping to film that here in the next couple weeks. And I am recording audio with the girls. Is done, so I am just taking to the rest of the counter space that got cluttered up just by the things that we had to pick up off the floor so that it wasn't in the way on flooring day. Well, when I'm done with the table, I'm going to move into the living room and get all of that dust that got collected just from being around the flooring going in. If you remember this other side of our kitchen, it will be the part 2 of our kitchen makeover, which is still hanging out and waiting for us. Right now it's been dubbed the junk zone for obvious reasons. This This is where all the tools from past projects come, hang out, get to know each other, as well as everything else that we don't know where to place. It's crazy how $30 in 1 hour of your day can solve a problem that's been bothering you for months. That was this area for me, and all it took were these storage bins to get my life flowing so much better. I've got several different piles going, so I've got paint, commonly used tools, and patching things, random things, and then electrical. While this may be a temporary solution, a solution is better than a problem, I would say. So we can get our garage organized, or we just, don't need our tools inside as often. Those toolboxes will stay there, so we can easily come and go and grab those. Now that we've finished the living room and the flooring, you're probably wondering what is the next project, and that would be this disaster of a room that you're seeing right here. If you want to see what we're going to turn this room into, you need to hit subscribe so you can follow along and not miss that. Something we need to address, and that I will never hide, is this laundry volcano that has erupted in our home. Poor Britton's room has become the clean laundry zone where it goes to land before we have a chance to actually fold and put it away. What do you have to say about that, Britt? Well, there you have it. We've obviously had more important things to do than laundry. But we are going to take advantage of this nap and start picking up here. First two things that are really bothering me are the amount of clothing that's around. Most of it being clean, but just needs some organizing. Second, trash. So I'm gonna start with all the trash. I actually have a pile of trash here already that needs to go downstairs of things that I cleared out of the room that I'm working on. So we're gonna add to this pile, take all this pile down, and then we'll move on to clothing. Man, this is a busy day. Let's do this. I do when I have a mountain like that. I sort it out to make it easier. So I've got the big girl stuff that I'm going to take to their room and do. I've got my stuff, and then I've got things that fit Britton right now and things that are too small for Britton. Mostly picked up. We just need to put away their laundry now, which is something they helped me with. We'll just go ahead and snap to that being done. And just like that. Now comes the really sad part. I have been avoiding this for a while. I've got to dump out the bin of the 12-month stuff, the stuff that will fit Britton coming up, to fill up her dresser with that stuff. And I need to clear a bin for our newborn and 3-month stuff, which I really don't want to do because that makes me very sad. This is our last baby, so we will not be seeing these clothes again. I am gonna save this for a later date and go through it and decide what I'm keeping for sentimental reasons, and then most of it obviously we won't need anymore. To empty this. Here is a little look at the girls and I cleaning up this loft room. A lot of times I just leave it to them on the nights of the week, but some days I jump in here and help them. And one of the ways that we do this together is by kind of turning it into a game. They basically become runners, and I say like, oh, who can run this the fastest over to where it goes, or Charlie, you're in charge of the Peppa Pig stuff, etc. So once that is all done, one of the things that I love most is setting up this room for play. So it'll look different pretty much every week. If I can, I like doing this at night so the girls come in the morning to a surprise. This was more of a big active play with the wedges we've got out and their little couch. My favorite is to set up little scenes with their animals or whatever, so they have some suggestions of what to play that day. On to a new day, but the same sticky floor. Noticing this floor really needed a good mopping, so I got some boiling hot water out, picked everything up, and then we're gonna do a little mop of this room, just some wipe down every once in a while. I skipped that step and it showed. Looking back and realizing I never really ended this video. I was just cleaning for weeks, so I filmed some of it we missed. Let's take a look at how far we've come. So this was our kitchen at the beginning, completely different flooring and a mess. Leave any questions that you guys have down below about flooring or anything else. If you want links to anything, happy to find those. And again, if you want to see that huge transformation that we're doing for that guest space upstairs in that room that basically looks like a closet, a dumping closet, then hit subscribe. That will be the next video you see. Very excited to share that one. Thank you guys so much for watching along. I hope you got some motivation from this, and as always, happy cleaning.